All right, Future Publishing, Refractive, yeah, and then there's Luminary. All right. Welcome back to Gray Matter XP. I've downloaded Luminary pre-alpha build demo from Steam, and boom, got slapped with this. Thank you for downloading the Luminary demo. We are a very small team, just 2 of us. So any amount of support and future success we get from Luminary goes a long way. This demo does not only, excuse me, this demo is not only a showcase of Luminary's world-based systems and gameplay, but it is also a showcase of ourselves as developers. While this demo is still in alpha build, it's very playable, with content and optimization only improving from here. We hope that you enjoy yourself and that we gain your trust. Luminary's early access release is right around the corner, and with your wish list and continued support, I know we can finish strong, making a great game for you all to love. Together we can ride this world's darkness with light. Rid this. Let me try it again. Together we can rid this world's darkness with light. I still butchered it. Sincerely, Matt and Keith. Yeah, I was on social media and I was like, oh, I came across the clip of the game and everything. And I was like, okay, that looks kind of interesting. I saw the classes, and if you know me, you know I like games, adventure games, where, well, granted, I haven't necessarily showcased a lot of it recently, but I like games where there's like world building, fantasy games, RPGs, hacker slash combat, third person. I mean, it kind of says that in most of my profiles and stuff. But anyways, I reposted it. I was like, this looks interesting. I wonder if it's an MMO. And the devs were like, yeah, so it's not an MMO, but you can play with your friends. And here we are. All right, well, welcome back to Gray Matter XP. Thank you very much for your continued support of the channel. I greatly appreciate it on all platforms. I am going to play a bit of Luminary pre-alpha build, which is demoed on Steam. This is a, from what I can tell, it's an RPG. It is co-op. You can play with friends. I'm not sure how that's going to be completely divvied out, but the devs are pretty active and responsive. As you might have already seen, it's only like 2 devs, of course. And long story short, there's character customization, there's going to be adventures, and we have to rid the world of darkness by bringing light to the world. So I'm interested to see how this is going to go. I love character building, I love character creation and stuff like that, with options to do that with the characters. I enjoy hack and slash games. I like building games with deep immersion and so on. And even though I haven't necessarily featured a lot of that recently on streams or on channel, I am going to see about getting back to that. So, shout out to the dev team. Greatly appreciate the continued communication. Looking forward to playing Luminary. Let's get into it. I am playing with mouse and keyboard on PC. Just to make sure that I say that. Let's see. So we're starting off. We got general race of humans, medium size. The society is, I don't know how to say that, egalitarian, I think that is. And they are versatile, determined. Humans are builders of both great nations and terrible wars. Okay, I like how they put that. Their adaptability and ambition have allowed them to survive every cataclysm, forging alliances or empires wherever opportunity calls. It doesn't appear that they have any starting health, stamina, or mana. So I'm not 100% sure if that's just the pre-alpha build or whatnot, or if it's going to be something general. Let's take a look at some of the other races here. So if I hit 3, then I can move over to the next one, which is the elf. They are race size medium. They are of a matriarchal society, meaning that the women are essentially leaders. Their ancient, deliberate elven society weaves history, magic, and nature into a seamless whole. Under the wisdom of matriarchs and seer queens, elves pursue perfection, not for dominance, but for the preservation of what remains. They start off with negative 10% health, so they're a little weaker. I guess it's because of their mythical frail bodies. They're like really, really skinny. They have plus 5 stamina because they're usually in the woods and all that, and plus 5 in mana because they usually have magical capabilities starting off. Moving over to the next one is the dwarf, which is of a smaller race, of course, smaller race size. They are a patriarchy, meaning the men rule, and they are a society deep within the stone. The dwarves build their legacies. Staunchiness, staunchal? Yeah, it looks like it's a staunchal tradition, and fiercely proud dwarven societies revere fathers and elder craftsmen whose names are etched into the halls of their mountain homes. They have plus 5% health, no additional stamina from what I could see, and negative 5 mana, which is according to what we understand to be these mythological races and how these mythological races conduct themselves, or how we believe them to be. Essentially understanding that the race of dwarves are, they're smiths. They're not mages or anything, right? Anyways, moving on. We have the Fae, which are a small race size. They are also a matriarchy like the elves, and which mean the women rule. They are wild and predictable. The Fae dance to rhythm only they can hear. Okay, to rhythms only they can hear. I guess that kind of explains. I suppose this would be like the smaller creatures like the hobbits and so on. The smaller ones where they're a little hobbits, gnomes, those kind where they're like generally unnoticed, but they stick to themselves. Anyways, their society bends like rivers, beautiful, untamed, perilous and deep. And perilously deep, excuse me. Negative 15 on health. Wow. So they are a bit frail. They have no extra stamina, which I'm surprised about because I guess they were living a comfortable life, but I always thought that they would like run. They had further to travel with the shorter legs. Plus 15 mana. If they are Fae, then that also makes sense. So I guess they're more like fairies than they would be gnomes or hobbits, I guess. Then we have the giants. They are a large race, merit-based, and to giants, identity is carved not by gender, but by deeds. Now that is an interesting one. So it doesn't matter what your gender or sexuality is. Essentially, you are going to be merit-based, so it's by what you do that defines you. Now, I don't have a problem with that. I think that's fantastic because then each act matters. Each act matters, heavily, because only great matters. No, I'm just kidding. Anyways, among their towering kin, only strength, resilience, and the ability to endure the isolation of the floating island defines worth. They have plus 15 health, negative 5 for the stamina, and negative 10 for mana. So magic is not going to be their thing. They're going to be brute force the whole way. That's not bad though. Alright, let's see. Orcs, race name orcs. They're large. They are run by patriarchy, meaning the men run. Forged in brutal traditions, orc society honors strength above all else. Fathers lead through force and legacy, passing down hard-earned power to those strong enough to seize it. Every orc bears the weight of generations of conquest. They have plus 5 health, they have +5 stamina and +10 for mana, so they're not really using magic either. And that makes sense, but I always thought of orcs as like a bent version of the elves, essentially. They were split like two races, like a single race split into two. So, I understand the duality of that. Let's get into the character builds. I believe that in this demo, the human race is a little bit more developed. Keep in mind this is pre-alpha, so the stuff that you see here is subject to change. So you get to pick by region, which I think is only available for humans in the demo. If you notice up above that little yellow section there, so you can pick north, which changes it when you go to east. It changes a little bit when you go to south. You see a different skin tone, skin texture. Same thing when you go to west, you see a little bit more tan, which makes sense. Well, it makes sense according to geographics, Earth geographics, that is. So, okay, so looking at the human race, which I believe is the more developed races in this alpha demo, keep in mind everything that you see here is subject to change. So, looking at the human race, they do have the region selection available, whereas you can choose between north, east, I'm sorry, I flipped that too quickly. East, south, and west, which indicates a little bit of a idea of what they'll do in regards to the map. I'm not sure if they're going to make an entire map where you can fully explore these regions and your characters can return to their home region and of course recognize certain things in that region, or if it'll be effective to the dialogue, but that would actually be a cool feature. The secondary region, I'm not 100% sure what this adds, but let's take a look. So north influenced by 50%. Okay, so this changes a little bit in regards to the skin texture. East, let's see. Okay, same thing with the skin texture. I guess that's what it's going to be set at for the time being. It might change a little bit, whereas you see a little difference in the hair options. It could be something different in the style of dress that your character originally starts off with. It could be something in regards to the dialogue background. Who knows? This is alpha, you know what I mean? So the build is subject to change as development continues. You see, yep. Skin complexion changes a little bit. Okay, well, let's take a look at some of the other aspects of it. Let's go ahead and change this back to default. And let's go ahead and change that back to the primary region of north. Alright, so let's move on to hair options and take a look at this. They have quite a few hair options. So we can go with bald. They have a version for braids. And also, here's another quick thing. Apparently you can zoom in to get in a more detailed look here. So if you really and truly want to go down to the details to customize your character or take a look at them up close and personal, you can. They have kind of a Caesar cut here with a fade on the side. I think it looks good. I like how the hair kind of fills in there. You can see the textures fill in. You can also see it gets a little bit longer. Oh, that would be a cool aspect. Imagine if your character started off with this, right? And then all of a sudden, as your character played, they grew their hair to be this. I know, what is it, Ark Survival Evolved had it like that at one point, whereas you started off with a short haircut, and then as your character continued to live their days, they got more and more hair to the point where they ended up like this. Granted, there were limits to it and everything, but that was pretty cool. Anyways, back to this game. So they do have some other additional hairstyles. I can't say that there's going to be a whole lot, but I am looking forward to what the devs will actually add. I think the physics for the hairstyle is pretty decent. You know, you get a little bit of motion, not too much, and you're not restricted on the hairstyles in which you choose. Definitely not restricted by that at all. You can use or wear whatever hairstyle you see fits. Let's go down to the hair colors. Of course, you can change the natural hue here, and then it's going to be a secondary, which actually changed a little bit more in the green. And then I believe that this third part is just for like highlights. So they have different values here. I'm probably not saying the right words to connect to it, but ask the devs about it. The hue, I don't know what the STAT, I can say a couple things for that abbreviation, and then the value here. But once again, still alpha, still acknowledging it. I don't know how to set it back to defaults. So I'll just leave it here, or I can just turn it all off to black. So let's set it all to black. And then they have it, whereas the facial hair is here. So absolutely no facial hair. You can give them a stash. Let's go ahead and zoom in on that. Oh, got a stash with a 5 o'clock shadow here. That's not too bad. Goatee, right? Oh, light beard, light stash here. Not too bad. I think that actually looks pretty good. I've seen where it kind of just didn't line up in some situations. They've done a good job here. You got some muttons here. Muttons with a stash. You've got the full beard. This is kind of what I rock here. Only usually on my facial hair. Mine doesn't grow too long. Then you've got this right here with the 3 braids at the bottom, which is not too bad. And then you've got the full beard here, if you want to go full Viking, that is, you know. And that's kind of the association. Beards are definitely in style. I don't know if I could ever get my mustache to grow that long, but I would not mind. Hey, just look, transfer all the hair from the other parts of my body to my face. There's too much hair on my back and my chest, right? All right, let's turn that all black, because we can do the same thing with our hair. We can do the same thing with the beard as we can with the facial hair. All right, so that's it for the hair that covers that part. Let's move on to the eyes. Now that we've zoomed in here. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me go back real quick. Oh, no, never mind. We're on the right part. I was going to say, I thought we could change that, and I noticed his eyebrows were brown. So we have a couple different options here where you can do the round pupils here. You can do the more demonic or oval shaped ones, the ones that look like snakes. You can do these, which essentially look like the, Naruto Sage. They're like frog eyes. And then you have spiral. This is no Sharingan, but it's definitely up there, man. The spiral eyes, they give you a little bit of mystique to your character. Let's go back to the original one. And you can change the color of the eyes here for the major color. I don't know if this would change on the inside or outside. Oh, this is the hue. Excuse me, not the hue. This is the internal color. And for that internal color right there, what's it, the inner iris, of course you can change that aspect of it. This is very detailed. I like this, because then you can create a more unique eye style for your character if you want them to look a little bit more mythic. This will work a whole lot better for the Fae and the elves and the orcs. No, you can probably do that with the giants too, of course. But yeah, it's definitely interesting there. And this is for the white part of the eye. Okay. For the, I don't know how to say that word, Solera? Don't get me messing it up. All right, let's change them all. Well, I'm not going to change it to black. I want to change that back to as white as it can be, because we don't want him looking like he's completely out of it. I'll leave that there. I'm not going to do a whole lot for it. There isn't a reset button. Just in case we make a mistake and we want to go back to what we had before, we should be able to reset it. Let's see. Click the character to rotate. Select the option. Back. Okay. So there doesn't seem to be a reset button. We do have a number of different eyebrow options here, which is not bad at all. I'd say just about as many as the hair options almost. Oh wait, I'm on the second row? Here, let me just go ahead and go over this one. I did that already, I think. Oh, almost a unibrow here. Very bushy. Some bushy caterpillars. This one almost got the Batman thing going on. That's not bad at all. I've only seen one guy with eyebrows like that IRL, which I think is funny. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on. Now this one's a little bit more. That one, see, this one's a little more medieval. At least that's my association with it. Are they round and messy? Oh, they have their own names to them too. I'm sorry, I wasn't reading. My apologies. Okay, so these say masculine, which is a more masculine eyebrow. I guess that's, and these are more feminine ones. Okay, I got you. So you can choose them. Like I said before, it's not really all that restricted. And we can change the colors, the secondary color as well. And then we can make them brighter or darker. All right. Now, I wonder what this one is. What is this? Integration? Maybe that's an integration aspect of it. Okay, interesting, interesting. All right, let's turn them all to black. We've been doing black thus far. All right, mouse wheel scroll doesn't really do anything. I am essentially holding down the left mouse button and I'm pushing the mouse forward or backwards in order to zoom in or out. All right, let's take a look at some of these here. Oh, okay, default right here, where they go back to, I would appreciate that default button on the other selections there, but I think they might add those later. And then you have goth. Give us goth. No, I ain't gonna do it. Anyways, let's keep going. All right, so you can change the foundation color. Being it is goth, it's probably preset. If I went back to default, it probably would allow me to change that or so. But you do have the same opportunities as you did with the hair in order to change makeup color and create a more unique looking character. You have blush color, lip color here, eyeshadow. When I switch to a, oh, hold on, okay. Did it apply? No. Okay, so maybe it hasn't applied yet, but I know that they'll probably have this on the feminine characters. All right, and then finally you would do your create random name here, or you can do a character name and just go with the default, save and return to start game. So what I'm imagining is maybe there is a set that you can save so that as this character is set, if you wanted to try out a similar look or try out a different build with a different character, you're able to essentially save and return to main menu. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just doing it. So save and return, and then here he is in slot, is it slot 1? Yeah, slot 1 with no data, right? So I'll go ahead and start demo, and I might be able to start in slot 3 and create another character where I can have multiple. Oh, I broke it. Hold on, I'll be back. I broke the game. Okay, so we had the opportunity to take a look at the human race. Now we can move on and look at some of the other races. The elven race seems a little bit taller. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at a female option for the elven race. All right, so as you can see, as I said before, you don't have a selection on the region itself. We still have similar hair options, where the hair options are not locked on your elven character. Sorry, my mouse is not clicking very well. It was not connecting. And the same thing with the physics as well, which is not bad. You can move down. I imagine that the complexion will also change. You can do a fantasy hair hue here as well. It's blonde. We can do something more in the pink style and change the brightness for it. Or we can make it as dark as we want. We could probably even make Harley Quinn or something. So far, no physical body type differences themselves. Let's take a look at the makeup aspect as well, because I wanted to see one of the defaults, because we went over some of the stuff in regards to that. So there's default makeup where she is pretty much bland, but she still has eyeliner on. Okay, then we could do something a little more dramatic. There's a pop a pop preset as well, and then there's a full makeup preset. You can contour them. Let's see, did I choose the right one? So foundation, which will darken it or lighten it. It can also, well, it doesn't look like there's any skin glare, so to say. I thought there was, but it's light shiner in the back. You could change the blush color as well. Change the intensity. The lip color can be a bit brighter as well. She's got green on, so let's go with the green. You go all the way to lime green, wow. And that change, okay, I see. That right there is the intensity, of course. So how much it actually shows up. You create your own little character as well. And that one right there, so the eyeshadow. Change the eyeliner style to how you see fit. You can go garage. No, once again, let me stop. You can definitely go garage. Or you could do something that will be a little bit minimal. All right. I haven't seen any options to change the eye shapes or the face shape or anything like that. They may add that a little bit later, but looking forward to that. Also, eyelashes. They've added the eyelashes. I'm not sure if the intensity for the eyelashes will change either. But we've had a good view of that with the male character. The female character, the eyelash options, I believe, were at the bottom. Excuse me, no, I'm sorry. With all of them, the eyebrows and stuff are here, if anybody was wondering. And if you wanted to change the color for the eyebrows, it'd be here. Having an eyelash option in this part wouldn't be too bad, or wouldn't be bad in the makeup aspect either. All right. Let's go back and take a look at another character. Yeah, I'm going to abandon it. It's fine. We are just taking a look. Let's see. Should we go dwarf? Let's go orc extreme real quick. I'm going to choose the orc male. Oh, I thought I chose the guy. All right, we're here on the orc female. Let's go ahead and take a look at her real quick. So it seemed like the menu stayed the same. Same thing for the region select. We don't have that option with the other character races besides human. Let's zoom in on the orc lady. She does have a massive underbite, which is token of the character, of course. She could do that little top knot right there, where she looks really, really mean with the intense stare. Got kind of the bob, looks like she's from Fable. I think I'd probably go with this kind of hairstyle too. I actually don't mind that. That's not too bad. There's these cheekbones and stuff as well. I'd probably go with more defined cheekbones. Anyways, that's just my personal preferences. You just give her afro puffs, make her look like she is definitely from the hood. They could stand to go a little bigger with these afro puffs. They could definitely stand to go a little bigger with the afro puffs. That wouldn't be a problem. But yeah, I actually like this hairstyle on the orc lady. All right, let's zoom out a little bit. It doesn't necessarily do anything bad for her aesthetic. Her hands are big as it should be. They also have default clothing as well. I'm not sure. I think as we play the game, armor will change too. All right, the same thing with the eyes. You can change the eyes up and have the eyes match. I actually don't mind this one, the gazer eyes, because it's just more frog-like. Oh, it's Fiona. Hold on, where's the hairstyle at? Change it back to Fiona. It's Fiona. No. All right, anyways, stop goofing around. Let's go back to the male character real quick. Create new character here. All right, let's look at the dwarven male. see. Same thing with no region select. Still similar hair options as well. Just wanted to check the beard styles. The beard style for a dwarf, not bad. I think it looks kind of good on her. At least for the options that they do have. Hopefully they'll add a few more for the dwarven males later on. Game is still in development. This is alpha test, downloaded on Steam. I want to see if we have the option to put a beard on a dwarven woman, on a dwarven female character. No beard options? Ah. I'm appalled. No, I'm just joking. Okay, I understand. I was just curious. I am one of those people who do not mind, who think of the older traditional lore in regards to elven, excuse me, not elven, dwarven women, and them having beards. Sorry, call me old school, but I am. You know, I'm definitely old school. Alright, so for Fae, you often see them with a hairstyle like this. For young Fae women, you see them with a hairstyle like this, the males and the females, which I think is very funny and very ironic. They also have larger eyes on this character too, which I also noticed. Wide-eyed, and they're very, very small. Very small. I would not mind seeing a little bit of a height change too, to make them smaller and dainty. This is another one too with this hairstyle, the twin tails. I think is actually pretty cool. Let's see, do they have any other additional? No, they still have the same ones for them as well, with the pop, the full, the same defaults. Okay. All right, and I am going to take a look at, no, not her. Oh yeah, good, no. Let's take a look at the giant male. So he still has the goth makeup that he can rock, or you can do the default. They have no region option available. You can give him an afro there. And he looks a little unkept cave dwelling. Maybe a little bit more sophisticated here. Let's give him a Caesar. There you go. Now I don't know why the color changed so drastically. Did I click something wrong down here? It immediately went bright. Yeah, he looks a whole lot more sophisticated, like he is, like he was from a Roman or Greek society, if you ask me. And I'm saying that primarily because of the clothes. But yeah, pretty cool. Anyways, let me go ahead and get back out. Let's get into some gameplay, just for a little bit. Let's see what we can see. I created an orc woman. Yeah, I did what I could with the makeup. I didn't know what it was gonna look like in the actual light. The run animations are interesting. Same as WSDS. Jumping. Yep. Jumping, running. I'm hitting the shift button, it's not doing anything for the sprint. Okay, there it is. So that's the difference. Sprint. Actually, I think it's a toggle. I don't know what QEF is or anything like that, but I do know V allows for a wave. Okay, so we can do the other one, clapping. Big hands like that, you should be taking down the walls with every clap. Alright, we got some clipping through the clothes. I hope that's not gonna do too much. I don't know what the white bar is. I think that's the health bar, and then there's the yellow bar over top. Maybe the blue bar is mana, and the green bar is stamina. Keep in mind, this is a pre-alpha build, so everything that you see here is not final. It will be changes later on. If anybody in gaming knows what alpha build is like, you know, all of this stuff is like temporary. And this is a dev, this is a dev team of 2, So there's only 2 people creating this game who's managing this game and everything. Funny story. When I first seen a clip of the game, I was like, oh, okay. I wonder if this game is going to be an MMO. And I shared it on social media, and they like really responded. It was like really quickly. It was like, nope, it's not going to be an MMO. It's just 2 of us. We're not trying to, manage like a whole bunch of servers or anything. So, anyways, all right, found our first chest. Let's go ahead and check it out. Automatically got a shield here. Is there a button to equip it? No, there's a button to transfer all though. Let's see. See? Transfer all. Alright. Now, let's see. Next part of the tutorial. Hold on. Let me back up a little bit. In-game menu, WASD. So you got that. We got the look. Sprint. Okay. And jump. Believe it or not, I did sign in and I was playing and they were like, first thing I did was jump off the side. First thing. And now I know that these trees have something to do with everything. I think that's where we're gonna start off by bringing the light. All right, now that I have a weapon, I imagine we're gonna get in combat first. Yep, just snapping some screenshots. Looks kind of pretty. The world looks very big from up here. But I think we're going to a demo island. Walk up to the corrupted way trees. Hold the F to turn them back to life. Back to the light. Okay. These are interesting. This is some interesting architecture. Do I just press F? I have the power! Alright. Not bad, not bad. Interesting way for the water to flow underneath. Okay, I like that. That's an interesting idea. Use the glider while falling. Okay. Oh, there's a glider. I opens the inventory, holds click. Okay. I opens the inventory. Radio wheels, ZXC. Okay. Quick use. Toggle tab to lock on. Switch targets. Light tap to light attack. Shield block. Roll evade. Yeah, I did that already. I was goofing off. Alright, let's see. Let's hit I for inventory. How do I equip this? Right click it? Nope. Right click exits. Okay, that targets. And that dodges. Alright. Working on it, learning. Equip. So double click. Double left mouse button, click. Okay, I see where it's going. It's going over here in this area. Wait, can I take this off? I'm taking it off. Shrek, I'm taking it off. Ah, there's underwear. Okay, so that makes me believe that we're going to have the opportunity to equip and unequip armor in the same way. I'm not sure if it's going to be a single piece. It can't go in that slot, obviously. Okay, so I'm either doing a bow and arrows or I'm doing a sword and shield. I am a sword and shield person. Can I go there? No. All right, anyway, sword and shield person. I'm going to demo both though. Mastery. Okay, one-handed sword, bow, shield, and you get mastery for that. You can add 2 points at level 1. And I have a shield bash. Okay. Nothing for the bow. Coming in future updates. Okay. Crescent slash. That's one of the things we have. Shield bash. Okay, so we're better off using sword and shield. We got special moves for that, right? Alright, let's see. Target. Hit. Hit. Okay, a little slow on the response. Let's see. Power. That's what the green bar is. So it is stamina, but it's combat stamina. Ooh, okay, so we do combos. All right, let's see. I'm going to try to switch between each one. Let's block. Let me see. Roll. And I switch between targets. Up, forward, left, right. Did I do it? I did, but I don't know how I did it. Okay. Since we're dealing with far away targets, let's go ahead and equip this and shoot the far away target. Okay, so it's a mouse button hold, and you draw the bow. All right, noted. Let's go back to sword and shield. Oh, wait. You can do one-handed sword? No shield block? Yeah, no shield block. Okay, so you don't block if you don't have a shield. Okay, gotcha. And I did all of that without locking on. Let's see. Nope, there's an auto lock too. Not bad. At least that's gonna keep us together in alpha. Okay. All right. Wait, what was that? There we go. So I can use the health potion here and heal myself up. I don't need it yet, so I'm trying not to use it. I don't like to use resources if I don't have to. Should we go? You think we're ready to fight a real thing? Oh, snap. Oh, my bad. Okay, so hold on. I can use a Xbox control. I can use a remote control for this. How do I select targets? I don't know how this is all supposed to go with the control. So the controls are integrated. I like how she's jumping like she's gonna drop kick the shit out of him right now. So I was playing, oh, there's vibration on the control too. So I was playing and my control was sitting on the side of me using keyboard and mouse and my control fell off. All right. Okay, let's see. While falling, let's see. There's a button. Typical controls. How do I stop? Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah. So you can typically play it a lot like what they said, like the dev said, like Zelda and stuff like that as well. So if you're familiar with those open world games, you can play like that. Let's see. That's how I attack. How do I block? It's a little more streamlined with the control, and the control seems a whole lot more responsive too. This feels a little natural because I am also a console gamer, not just a PC gamer. In PC games, I usually play games where I build, I craft like MMOs and stuff like that. I'm used to that kind of PC game. All right, let's see. Can we swim? We can swim! Yay! Of course, it's 2025. The game's gonna play with swimming. I found another chest. Yay! All right, let's pick this up. X and Y to transfer. Oh, I am playing with an Xbox PC controller. Is there anything underwater? Let's see. Oh, there was something down here. We found a hidden item. Oh no, just more folk. I don't see a bar that signifies breath, so I am thankful. For right now, they probably will add one later. Oh, look, there's another dark tree. Is there something that we need to kill? Oh, there's a goblin. Hello, fellow brethren. No, that sounds dangerous. Don't start dancing. We're not having a dance off. No dance off. No dance off. I can't dance. They didn't allow us to dance. I don't have the skills for this ride. Oh no, your short legs can make it up the rock. No. Oh wait, can you climb up here? I don't know if you can climb up here. Let's see, can you climb up here? Nope. No. Help! Help, there's a short king after me. There's a short king after me. Oh, you can't climb that. Can you swim? Let's see, can you swim? Nope, you're not slick. You missed. Can he swim? Let's see, can he swim? No, he can walk out. Oh, he can swim. Oh, he can swim. God help me. Help. 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 Oh, there's more of them? No. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. Okay, how do I do that? Haha, y'all let me get away with it. Ha. I'm not fighting none of y'all. Goodbye. Y'all deal with the purified forest now. I'm off. See y'all later. Oh no, there's another one. All right. Let's get to some real fighting. Come on, combat. Let's go, Short King. Me and you. Yeah, Elden Ring swings. Okay, what was the button to lock on? Oh, there we go. All right. Slow down, Short King. Did you drop anything? Oh, dang, he does a whole traumatic death. Oh, he laid down and everything. Wow. Oh, also check this head movement. Check this head movement. Okay, yeah, I like that. Check this head movement. She knows where she's going. She's just standing there like with her head in the clouds. All right, I'm with it. All right, let me go back and kill the other ones instead of goofing off. Let me go back and take out the other ones. We can't have this filth running around. Come here, Short Kings. Orc Mommy's here to make you all lay down, and not in a good way. Are you gonna start that copper red again? No. There's three of y'all. All right, let's see if I can block. Oh, he does a charge hit. Sword level 2. Oh, there's 2 of them. Oh, he jumped. Yeah, let's get more of that. Okay. I took damage. Okay, it did not hit both of them. Alright, now that I see how the damage works. Man, he just laid down and talk about keeling over. Okay. Oh, we got a bow. We got a guy with a bow here. We got a long range goblin here. Oh, what's that? I better lock in. Ow! He's quick. He's drawing these bows quick. Shield reach 2. Oh, I can use him. Yeah, we're gonna use you to level up the shield game. Come on. Me? Sounds so casual back there. He was just casually shooting. Ooh, we got some new clothes. Okay, some goblin straps. Okay, they're big enough to fit me. Where's the goblin women at? Maybe it was the bow lady. All right, let's change this over. All right, everybody, close your eyes. Turn your heads. Close your eyes. Oh, wrong button. Close your eyes. Turn your heads. You'll see my nakedness. My character's nakedness. Man, okay. Well, now we look like a true orc lady. Scantily clad. Then again, this is leather and hide, so we're definitely doing a lot better here with the leather and hide. A lot of people don't know, man. Fabric, man, that stuff just lets arrows right on through. The leather, boing, bounce right off. All right, looks like some steps over there. Good vantage point. Looks like a fishing spot there. Another tree we can purify. Let's go. And a little bit of fan service. for the fans. Little fan service. Fan service. Running animation. Fan service. Fan service. Alright, anyways, let's go ahead and see if there are any more goblins over here. We are essentially saving the world, bringing the light back. This is Luminary, right? So we gotta bring the light back. This looks like a trap. It's a trap. Let's see. What's the button to bring that up? Okay, so that's the weapon button. Okay. Alright, equip and unequip. Okay, that's emote. And there's health potion. There we go. Healed up a little bit. Alright, come on, Copper. Wait a minute. Let's go. I fell off. Alright. Let's singing them out. Targeting the wrong target. There we go. How do I do the shield bash? Combat's not so easy as I thought it was. Alright, let's see. Alright. Okay, alright. I guess I gotta take these guys seriously when they're in groups and stuff. Oh, can I take all of this gold? Nope, I can't take all of this gold. Okay, maybe there's gonna be an NPC there at one point or another. Alright, let's keep it moving. Oh, he's still there with his bow and arrow. Fired that little second one off real sneaky. Alright, so wait, I hit right bumper. I didn't invest any points yet, but that's okay. Alright, let's go ahead and purify this tree. I have the power by the power of great. No, I'm just joking. Alright, let's switch to master. Oh, okay, so they want me to use my points now. There's a purple face there. Did they notice me? They did. I missed. I didn't hit any of them. Oh, wait, how far around are they gonna go? Are they gonna come up here? Too bad you don't have a bow guy right now. Let's change back. Alright, let's see if we can't ambush all of these guys here. Need some running room. Alright, come on now. Come on with it. Alright, come on. Come on with it. Gotta get a drop on me, huh? You were hanging back the whole time, huh? Alright, I need to try some of these moves here. See if we got some more dangerous moves. Let's see. Oh, I missed. Ow! Nice, alright. Oh, I took fall damage. Yeah, okay. I didn't notice that. I was taking fall damage. Can we attack some of these guys here? The guys in this part here? Wait, can I, Okay, didn't lock it in. Didn't stay locked. Okay, so that doesn't help a lot. I gotta figure that out very, very much so. Ah! Wrong one. That's not far enough. I got shot in the ass. Twice. Okay, combos work. Combos. All right, I'll keep that in mind. Combos. All right, how do I unlock this gate? Gotta use the power. Open sesame. All right. All right, let's see what awaits. We got a rock monster man, I think. A tougher challenge. I think maybe I need to... Yeah, I need to heal. Oh, I didn't block. Wrong button. Cannot be blocked with a shield. Try dodging them instead. Okay, thanks for the tip. Oh, you still hit me? Get out of here. Let's see if he KOs me. I still get hit? I don't know how that. Take some time to deal with this. I don't mind it. He's not a sponge. Oh, that landed. That definitely landed. Oh, really? That sucks. I was out of the way, or so I thought. Yikes! That was strange. Still got hit. Give Can we throw him off the side? Will he go off the side? I don't know. Oh, did that interrupt him? I think that interrupted him. Ah, okay. I'm cutting it close here. And it's spin points. Alright, where am I going? Am I done? Am I done? I don't know. Not bad for a pre-alpha run. Made me feel like I accomplished a little bit. Got some trees brought back to the light. Took out some goblins. Not a bad run. Not a bad run for a demo. Well, I am going to run around and talk for a little bit. So Luminary, I think they did a decent job of actually creating this little world. I know as it gets larger, it'll be more complex, but I'm looking at ore and stuff like this here, where I believe that we will be able to mine and collect resources to upgrade gear. I don't know if we'll be able to cut down the trees or anything, but there's always stuff to find. And there's a pickaxe. So let's see, can I equip that? Let's see. And no, it's not on that. Yes, there it is. I blame the axe, the pickaxe. And we can mine. Alright, can we get more from this? At least it breaks apart too. Alright, and do I get to grab the last bit? Yeah, I do. Okay. Not sure exactly what we'll be using this crystal ore for. Also, I am looking to see what we actually have. I've used a lot of potions too, but I got those potions from other parts. Let's see. Broke it all the way apart. Alright, good. Okay, don't know about carrying that across the chest there. Looks a little different. Looks like I would stab myself. But anyways, alright. Here's another one here. Let me break this apart. I don't know if they'll have specific hit points here before we break the whole thing apart. And putting crystal and ore and stuff like that in like precarious places and difficult to reach places. That'll be kind of interesting to try to see if we can mine that up. I'm glad that they did not just leave the ground down there bare. Even if we can't explore the whole thing, they didn't just leave it bare. You know what I mean? There's just this massive blank space. Or we're made to believe that we're like up above the clouds or something. Alright, I don't see any more ore, but I'm gonna keep running around for a bit. One thing that I will say that us players like this, who play games like this, they love is like little secrets, tidbits, callbacks. A little bit of insight. At least I know I like them. A little bit of insight. You know what? I also kind of wonder if that pickaxe will work for the crystals that are surrounding the tree as well. I'm not 100% sure. But I'm not going to take the pickaxe and just hit the tree that I just worked on, that I just brought back to the light. That just seems abusive. Sneaking around, next time, I'm going to see if I can go ahead and sneak around in this corner right here. Yeah, I don't know if there's a crouch button. Never tried a crouch button, but... Alright. Any more ore around here? Little places, little places. They made little pathways where you can go around. I just found another chest. They made little pathways where you can cut around, which is not bad. Let's see. I can get more arrows. Fragment, living fire born from the light works? Wow. It's interesting until a master blacksmith. Okay, so we're definitely looking at crafting in the game. Forge crafting for sure. Pardon me, I had the sniffles. Oh, I hear a goblin. Did he come back? Is there a goblin? Oh no, that's the one I left in the water. Ha! Let's see. Okay, wrong button. Alright, let's see. Can I shoot him from here? I can. Ow! I know he felt that. Is he gonna come out? Does he know where I'm at? He doesn't know where I'm at. Is there a zoom button? Ooh, okay. Well, there's no drops, so. I don't mind that seamless transition right there. From range to melee. Alright, can I get back up there? Let's see. I'll get back up there and... I don't think I was supposed to get back up there. That's the thing. Let's do it. Let's go. Alright. Let's roll. Small Orchid Fiona. Alright, that's it. I guess that'll be it for the demo. Man, I can't really, I'm not really good at this. Yeah, let's see. 2 fingers. Alright guys, guess that's just gonna be it. I tried it twice. We're done. Don't forget to check out Luminary on social platforms. Don't forget to try out the demo here on Steam as well. Yeah. So that brings us to the conclusion of the demo. This is Luminary. This demo I got on Steam. I have been in contact with the devs on social media as well. They are they are developing this game, and they have it, or at least this alpha build, available on Steam. So if you guys are interested, look up Luminary. Alright, thank you all for continuing to support the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Stay safe. Right now I'm dealing with snow. I think you guys might have been dealing with snow as well. But take care, and I'll see you all next time.